What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Celestin Capital, and thank you guys for tuning into this video. Now, if you guys watched my previous video on the MLBM strategy, it was a great video, by the way. If you haven't watched it, I advise you guys to watch that because this video is going to piggyback off of that video. It's called "You'll Never Look at Wyckoff the Same" after this video. So if you guys haven't watched that, be sure to watch it. It's a great one, and it's basically summing up, simplifying Wyckoff for you guys. So instead of having to label each and every part of Wyckoff like the UTAD, the STB, the spring, it simplifies it to the T for you guys. It simplifies it completely for you guys. So you guys don't have to memorize every single part of Wyckoff. You guys don't have to memorize all the phases of Wyckoff, whether it's accumulation, distribution. All you have to know whether it's manipulating or not. That's the only thing you have to know. All you have to know is whether you're looking for a supply zone or demand zone, and within that supply zone or demand zone, you have some kind of manipulation, and within that manipulation, there's some liquidation, there's liquidity being generated, and there are things that are happening. You're getting some kind of breaker structure or breakout in order for the market to come back to mitigate and continue in that direction. Now, again, let me reiterate for you guys. MLBM. The first M stands for manipulation. All right. The L stands for liquidation. The B stands for breakout, or I actually like to look at it as a break of structure. And the second M stands for mitigation. Because again, I made a whole video about mitigation. If you don't know what that word is, be sure to check that video out because it's a really good video on what manipulation or what mitigation is. Basically, the bank's coming back to close that orders in order to continue in the same direction again. So we've got manipulation. I don't know why I can't talk. Manipulation, liquidation, breakout, or break of structure. I like to see it as break of structure rather than breakout, and mitigation. And I actually had someone in the comments tell me to go over each of these individually. So this video strictly is going to be on manipulation. Again, I posted a video on the entirety of this MLBM strategy, manipulation, liquidation, breakout, and mitigation in the previous video. The video is called "You'll Never Look at Wyckoff the Same" after this video. Check that out and return back to this video because this is going to be the first part of a four series video. This is going to be the first part of a series. A first part of a four-part series video. Four-part series. Why can't I say it right? This is going to be the first part of a four-part series. Yeah. It's going to be the first part of a four-part series. Again, this video is going to be about manipulation, the first part of this MLBM strategy. So, manipulation. As you know, let's go back to Wyckoff for a little bit. With Wyckoff, we don't want to just catch Wyckoff in the middle of nowhere, right? We don't want to just see Wyckoff happening or assume that Wyckoff is happening and then take the trade, look for what we're looking for, look for the spring, whatever, and then just take it in the middle of nowhere. That is not what we want to do. What we want to do is look for some kind of supply or demand zone. In this case, in this example that I'm showing, we want to look for a demand zone because price is bullish. If price is bullish, we want to look for a demand zone. If price is bearish, we want to look for a supply zone. So in this case, we broke structure at the upside. We broke this high. Now we're looking for price to come back down into this demand zone that's left behind. And what do we want to wait for? We want to wait for manipulations happening. So forget the other three parts of this MLBM strategy. We're just focused on manipulation. So what happens is that when price comes back to this demand zone, we want to see some kind of manipulation happening. Manipulation happening. So what we want to see is we want to see price struggle to continue to the downside. And then we see some kind of shift of structure, right? So instead of just buying from this demand zone automatically off this or order block, some people like to call it, instead of just buying off this order block right here, what we want to do is we want to save ourselves from just jumping into trade, right? Because a lot of the times you'll see that price just somehow comes into this demand zone, just liquidates it completely. Learning this MLBM strategy will save you a lot, all right? It will save you a lot of lost trades, save you from a lot of losses, because we are looking for a shift of structure rather than just jumping into this demand zone, jumping into this trade-off with this demand zone. What we want to see is a shift of structure. And that shift of structure happening is the manipulation. All right. So the shift of structure that's happening is the manipulation, because price isn't just going to, if price wants to shoot up and continue to the upside, it's not always going to do that. It may happen sometime, but it's not always going to do that. What's going to happen is that price is going to come down into the demand zone, entice some people into buys and sells. It may liquidate some early buyers out, may liquidate some early sellers out, or some sellers just in general. And then price may continue in that direction. So this is what we want to look for. So rather than just buying off of this demand zone and getting liquidated out of the market like this, what we want to do is we want to be patient. Patience is the name of the game, guys. If you're not patient in trading, there's no point of trading. Patience. What we want to see is a shift of structure to better our probability of this trade going our way. Just because we see manipulation happening doesn't mean that the trade is going to go our way. Manipulation could easily happen and the price could just fall. But the fact that manipulation is happening, for some reason I can't speak today. The fact that manipulation is happening gives us an idea that price may want to reverse, which means price may want to continue in the other direction. So if price was falling, price may want to reverse and go to the upside. And if price was going to the upside, price may want to reverse and head down. All right. So that is the manipulation part of this MLBM strategy. Now let me show you guys some quick examples. This is not going to be a very long video. I just want to show you guys some kind of examples within the charts, the live charts. Now obviously these are cherry picked examples, but I want you guys to see exactly what is happening. So we've got a supply zone, and what happens? We see some kind of manipulation happening within the supply zone. So price comes up near the supply zone. Some kind of manipulation is happening, right? We see that price is struggling to continue up. Price is struggling to go up because it's being held by this supply zone right here. So price is struggling to go up. Price is manipulating and price sells down. Let's take a look at a better example. The example was a little sloppy. So let's see some kind of reversal. Let's see if we can find a reversal. Let's see where we're at. Where are we? All right, so here we go. So, all right, beautiful. So we see this demand zone right here, right? Last down move before the up move. This demand zone right here. So price was bearish, right? Price was bearish. And then what happened? We had this high right here and price broke above this high. So we're using now this demand zone right here to anticipate that price is going to continue up. And once price comes back and taps into this demand zone again, price is struggling to break below this. So we see some kind of manipulation happening within this demand zone. As you can see right here, let's go back. All right. So we see some kind of manipulation happening near this demand zone. And we see that price is struggling to go even lower than this demand zone, right? Price is struggling to go lower than this demand zone. So what we want to see is, we want to see manipulation happening. We want to catch the demand zone, which we did right here. And we want to see price struggle to break below it. And that's exactly what's happening. You see this demand zone, a breaker structure of this high right here. It got broken right here. And then price came back, tapped into this demand zone. And we see price is struggling to break above this demand zone. Now, you may have gotten liquidated here if you didn't take one of these trades over here. Like you see this small manipulation happening over here. This is also Wyckoff or MLBM, mitigation, liquidation, breaker structure, and manipulation, liquidation, breaker structure, and mitigation. You can see it happens here and price shoots all the way up, right? Let's take a look at another example. See if we can find a sell side example, another sell side example. So we see price is, let's see if we can find another one. Where are we at? Where are we? Actually, this was pretty good. So we see this demand zone holding. Let's go over here, actually. We see this demand zone holding, right? Or actually it's supply zone. So we're in the supply zone right here. Remember, last up move before the down move, this green candle right here. Last up move before the down move. What happens when price taps back into this supply zone? We see price struggling to break above. We see manipulation happening. So price is manipulating. And then we get the last liquidation. And then what happens? Price falls, price drops all the way. If we were to zoom into a 5 minute, this would be a much better trade for us. Right now, we can't really see it. I'm just showing you the general picture. I'm showing you the broad picture of what's going on here. If we were to drop into the 5 minute, we would have seen a much better schematic, much better MLBM schematic over here. And we would have been able to catch this trade. If you didn't catch this first one, you may have gotten into the second one and caught these pips. So that's the entirety of the mitigation parts of the MLBM strategy, guys. All right. So I hope you understand. I hope this made sense. If it didn't make sense to you guys, drop a comment down below and I'll see if I can refine this video in another video. See if I can refine this. I hope this made sense for you guys, and stay tuned for the next one. The next part is going to be the liquidation. So we're moving from the manipulation to the liquidation. That's going to be the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to stay tuned for the entire 4 video series, be sure to subscribe, turn post notifications on, guys. Come on, just do it. Just do it. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.